round 3. Okay, now let's see what happens if we basically a bunch of engineers, make them have to move, and yeah, this should be some, you know, some excitement here. Personally, I much prefer, I do prefer players that can actually play all the classes, rather than just stick to one and try and adapt it for every style of play.
Yeah, I've said it several times before, every single player pretty much will have a favourite class, but you've got to be able to off-class. It's pretty much essential for this game, because obviously, you know, other games with, you know, other first-person shooters, you can kind of just pick and choose your loadout and stick with any sort of class, but, you know, this one, if you want to play with a certain weapon, you have to be that class. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, now, personally speaking, I'm not a master of all classes, maybe heavy, but I can play every other class if required, and you need those kind of guys in the game, simply because, oh, we need a spy, I can be spy. Also, we actually are commentating. If you don't want to hear us, please just mute us if that's okay. But anyway, back to the game. I mean, I think here comes Blue. It's a medic with a soldier. I think it's a standard behaviour for ownage. Oh no, that was not okay. Nice recovery. Almost. Oh, that was. That has to be the most tragic Uber I've seen in a long time. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Oh wait, I'm knocked off. I'm gonna come on. Oh wait, I'm off. I'm on. Oh shit, I'm off. Not streaming, but we are recording. This will be uploaded later. Details after the game.
I have to say, Arona is the kind of pyro that I hate playing soldier against. I mean, that is bastard tactics right there. Pretty much air blast all day, every. Don't taunt.
Oh, son, you're gonna get shot in the head if you keep doing that. But yeah, no. Thing he's playing. If he's got a home wrecker on him, he is the worst kind of pyro to be against. I'm gonna sit by the engineer and just make sure nothing hurts him. But saying that though, I mean that seems to be enough. But Blue have pushed that car.
Yeah, I mean it works nicely where it is for, you know, the situation that they're in now. But yeah, that tunnel was completely undefended the entire way through.
Well, to be fair, you know, it is once you're in that, you go shoot the other end, and you've got the back end nicely, unless you know traditionally you've got to turn around and shoot. So I'm afraid, I don't know how to use the taunts, to be fair. I haven't really mastered them either. Personally, I'm not a taunt kind of guy, unless it's taunt killing. That's a different kind of attack. Traditionally, I reserve those for snipers who aren't looking around.
I really do have to mention, I'm just looking at the shenanigans going on the backfield here. Kato 6K and Popcorp. I won't say exactly where they are, but that is some shenanigans if ever I've seen any.
Oh, sorry, off talk. I spawn. Blue spawn.
Yeah, they're at red spawn.
Red spawn. Oh, yeah, look at that is some shenanigans right there. Oh, wow, TA, nice work actually. He comes out there's like, nope, go away. But no, that's shenanigans, and that was the perfect setup. He's using the, you know, was it quick fix for that? Hang on, does the quick fix work with a base jumper?
I'd really like to see whether or not that does work. I feel like it wouldn't, purely because I imagine the quick fix is only for going faster than you're going? I don't know.
Well, it does allow you to rocket jump as well. That'd be interesting if you had like this floating. It would be literally the flying doctors. They would just be floating around with a medic bar going, I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, I'm sorry, CBT. If you'd like to just mute us, that'd be as easy than trying to just drown us out, if that's okay. Not that we can hear you because we actually have you muted and other things anyway. You know, we tell you how to do things, we can then do them against you anyway, so, you know. Anyway, point 2, and looks like, what's happening here? Yeah, red, blue's got the roof again. Oh, nice defense there from Botanica, just about holds the roof as sniper.
Yeah, that was actually quite nicely done. I mean, yeah, all shenanigans aside, Blue have had a really hard time pushing this up. I've kind of missed most of Red's defense, I have to admit, but yeah, what they've done so far has worked quite well.
Yep, Pat Creeper. I'll be watching this guy. He's actually doing really well, just generally being a one-man flanker here. And yeah, Hazardtron there is not happy. Under fire. Nobody's helping. Although, to be fair, I think Britannica actually managed to get the shot back on there, so that helps. But we've yet to see another Uber yet. We saw the first one. That first Uber, though, was just tragic to watch. They need a second. Okay, now are blue gonna get this pushed in? I'm not sure. This is the thing. We're seeing red teams here now that are actually playing the defense properly, which is support your engineers and, you know, push out a bit.
Yeah, red are doing a nice job of... They're doing a very good job of keeping themselves well covered on the ground. They're not all bunched together to risk themselves getting blown up, but they are keeping themselves tightly knit enough that they can support each other.
Unfortunately, I think that support caved. As soon as Hazardtron moved, blue just went in for the kill. And that's point 2 right there. I mean, it's 7 minutes on the clock, but are red going to pull off that 3-2 defense again? Off talk, I don't think they are. Look at these guys. They're literally running up the field. It's not looking good. Blue are literally just running straight at red. I mean, red's just coming around the corner. Let's go defend. Oh, what the hell? How are they here? Like, but for me, that's a sign of a good team. That is, you know, take as much ground as you can. Big margins for error. All blue needs to do now is pretty much hold the area they've taken and just push the car, and that's, you know, money in the bank.
Yeah, I think this is pretty much a classic case of one team is simply just better than the other, and yeah, blue is storming this very, very nicely.
Yep, oh, nice reflex shot there. That was needed. Crit rocket coming in. Nope, back the other way. But red, I think they're scrambling to make a defense here. I'm looking at Hazardtron. I mean, weird thing, he has some really good central location, but where he builds sometimes is very odd. Because he'll be like building some really good location, but then he'll build right in the open. And
yeah, and yeah, that was not. That was a less than ideal choice for building there. I don't quite know what he wanted to achieve with that. It's almost like a double bluff in a sense, but I don't know. We haven't really seen it pull off that well.
Well, the problem here is I think we've been way too close to the front. We're trying to hold the front. Ideally, engines need to find the happy medium of building somewhere that actually their sentry is going to be relevant and useful, rather than so at the back that basically they'll lose the engine strategic advantages, and not being at the front where they're going to get overrun and actually still be useless. They need to find that nice Goldilocks zone of building up where it can be useful in the future. But looking at blue though, I mean, we're coming to that part of the game where, you know, red teams suddenly starts to make a stand. Are we going to see this all over again? I mean, off talk, I haven't seen a blue teleport yet, so they haven't got that advantage up just yet. So
yeah, I'm not quite sure what they're doing unless they are working up for something, because yeah, they are just leaving the car to roll back. That's not good.
Well, okay, if you like us to broadcast the fact that red has no medics, you did say it yourself. That doesn't help. Point of the matter, you do need red medics to actually counter other Ubers and occasionally push out. I mean, counter-attacking is a part of being a defensive team, but not doing it too much. You know, find where the blue team's kind of advanced base is, take that out and destroy their teleporter, and then work from there. Just keep an eye on the cart, though.
I think really much of the theme of TF2 is, you know, finding the happy medium. It's kind of what sets it apart from pretty much every other first-person shooter, in that you can't just go all out and attack things and, you know, win because you have the better firepower. It really is about being a strategic thinker and actually having the brains to know when to pull back and where to stand in a battlefield, which I feel like blue might be doing a slightly better job of that for the time being, but red have managed to slow the slaughter.
Yeah, no, that's what usually happens on this last point, though, doesn't it? I guess this last point, red somehow defend magnificently, and blue just kind of loses the faith. Okay, 2 people down. It may require something just coming. Okay, there we go. The problem is 2 people down is kind of a common thing actually. You know, always people coming in, coming off from servers, so you know, when it's about 3 or 4, okay, yeah, so it's on. But there's an Uber. Yep, and it's Cartot 6K. I mean, he's been doing good work actually. You know, he's been playing traditional demo man and being successful at taking down sentries. You know, he's doing well. But I think for the time being, is it looking relatively undecided? I mean, blue are the more skilled, but red just seemingly are defending better.
Yeah, I have to say actually, red have been red snipers have really been paying dividends here. They've pretty much managed to take out, you know, a good 3 or 4 players apiece every single time we've seen blue come around the corner.
Yeah, to be fair, this is one of those nice sniper havens. Actually, this is a lovely sniper area, and it can be a real pig. I mean, this reminds me of Stage 3 Gold Rush. That is a pig of a place. The defensive snipers they work a treat, and you need counter snipers for that. And if you don't, you really find actually you start losing the game quite quickly when you don't have that ability to clear the area.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised we haven't seen blue make an effort to put in any sort of counter sniping at all. And I'm also quite surprised that with the amount of kills that the snipers on red are getting, I mean, whenever I sort of notice that there's snipers around, I tend to go into spaz mode and jump about and crouch and, you know, basically do everything to put everybody off.
If you really want to piss off snipers, just go bonk and, you know, run up to them. They really hate it, especially with the back scatter now. Like, oh great, no, it's even worse. How are we supposed to cope with scouts now? I mean, oh, I want to back scatter so bad. Because my favourite thing is scatter is running into people and shooting at point blank range. I mean, they've made it even easier now. But still, one thing I haven't seen yet. Where's the teleporter? Oh, DMVI there. Nice spy work. Basically saps them. Engineer goes to, you know, take saps off and stabs him while he's doing that. Classic spy work. However, from the looks of it, I think blue might be in on this. They might be. No, not there. No, they're not.
Yeah, they managed to. That was an okay attack, but again, like we've seen it, I think 3, maybe 4 times now. They've managed to push red back, but just leave the cart completely on its own, and no one's bothered to push it. If they had pushed each time they sort of pushed red back, I reckon they could have had this by now.
Yeah, it does feel as if they kind of push in, get somewhere, and then nothing to show for it. It's very weird. But what? Now I think we're going to see some good old classic action here. You know, seeing some blue heavies and blue medics. Yeah, but to be fair, we're not saying anything wrong here. We're not trying to say it should be competitive level, but this is the kind of shenanigans we expect in a server. You know, we're not looking for excellence. It'd be nice, but. And also, we are trying to help and entertain at the same time. You know, maybe some Ubers would really help out here. I know that's my standard advice, but it's like, you know, you go to a doctor's surgery and they say, what do I need to do, doc? Well, exercise more. I mean, they're always going to say that, regardless of anything.
Yeah, there's a reason why certain things are the meta or the status quo, and it's because they work. Don't feel guilty for using a cliche if it's a good thing.
I'm not sure as much guilty, more like, oh, medic, really? Oh, they're boring. Look at blue right now. They're getting backed around that corner. They just can't see the push up. Relating? I'm not sure what you mean, sir. Sorry. We're commentating this, what you mean, but yes. Now, in any case, though, I mean, here come blue. Are they kind of gonna move up this? Oh, we're not casting. We are recording, though. The artist formerly known as Scatman. That was some really weird heavy work of just being on the car and getting shot at. It's working though. And somehow, once again, red seemingly destroying everything. And there goes blue as Cartos 6K generally destroying everything. It's looking good. Oh no, he's gone.
see, I think again they've sort of managed to rack up yet another attack that kind of petered out before it could really do anything. A little bit of cart pushing, but yeah, they just need to throw themselves en masse right at that cart and sit on it until it goes down the hole.
Yep, and there's Arctic went on the cart, but Homer here takes him straight away. Those snipers again, the bane of heavy snipers. I hate them when I'm playing heavy. It's like, oh, what does it do against you? Like, you're all over there.
Everybody always says that, like, spy is always like heavy's worst enemy. If you can play heavy at all well, then a spy is nothing to worry about unless it's a particularly good one. Snipers, you have to be on the lookout all the time for, though, and if they're far enough away, you can't do anything about them at all.
Yep, that's the point. Yeah, you have a shotgun, trying to hit them with that, maybe. I mean, even pyros are like the flare gun, because what you can do is just literally burn them and they can't aim anymore. With the flare gun. Yeah,
pyro is a very good counter to sniper actually, if they can aim. But then I think too many things rely on this game if they can aim, and I don't know. This server's not proving too bad for aiming. I think we have seen some servers where more shots miss than hit.
Yep. Now, 30 seconds on the clock. I mean, Blue haven't really made many inroads here. Can they pub push this though? It just seems as if as soon as they go for the cart, Red are on them straight away. And there's an Uber. Can they make this work? It's looking good. Okay, it's Belly's bead. Just generally pushing everybody away and putting them on fire. But where is the rest of the team? I thought we were going, yes, this is awesome. And the rest of the team hasn't moved up. And generally got massacred.
Yeah, very vaguely pub pushed, but yeah, not good for Blue. And I think, ooh,
oh criminy! There's so many desperations on this, but it's not. There's too many Reds on there now.
Yep, done there.
Cool. Yeah, you did.